So John, a trip to Bootham Crescent on Sunday where you managed your first game as Bradford Bulls coach. What are your memories of that afternoon?
I mean, it was a great afternoon, wasn't it? I mean, I think there were 4,000 plus people there. The open stand that weren't normally opened, it were packed with Bulls fans. So the atmosphere was vibrant and noisy. And then obviously the game was fantastic. I thought York played really well. I thought we played really well, and obviously we just pinched it at the very end with a Joe Kear's penalty from the halfway line. So it was a fantastic day, a great game for us, and hopefully we can repeat that this coming Sunday.
You kind of set a tone for a real rivalry between the two sides. There's no quarter asked in any of the fixtures between the two.
Yeah, I don't think there's. I mean, I think there was more of a rivalry last year because we were the best two teams in that division by a fair way. But I think this year we're one of 7 or 8, just as York are one of 7 or 8. You look at the top 8 of the championship, and I think we're all of similar standard, except perhaps Toronto, who were sweeping all before them. So I think the rivalry's lessened because there's better quality within this division. But obviously, when you're playing opposition who are tough opposition and good opposition and well coached opposition, you want to beat them, and that's what we'll be trying to do.
So they sit second at the minute. Have they surprised you at all with how well they've adapted?
No. I spoke to James Ford on Boxing Day when we played him in a trial game, and I was really confident that they would do well. I was confident we would do well as well, and I think that's been demonstrated in how the results have fallen this season, where we are in the league and obviously where York are in the league.
After the game in February, also which York won, do you feel better equipped to play them now, having got a few key players back? The squad's changed slightly?
Yeah, it's changed slightly, but York's squad's changed slightly as well. They've got Will Oakes playing there, they've got Liam Harris at half-back as well. So there's an argument to say that their team's stronger as well as our team being stronger. But what it'll come down with 17 players on it, both teams, who are going to come and front up and bring their A game, and it'll be the team that adapts the best and copes with the pressure the best on the day.
It's 2 playoff contenders going head to head. It's got the feel of a real, almost like a knockout game itself, hasn't it?
It's a big game, yeah. There's no doubt about it. It's a massive game, yeah, and it's probably bigger for us than it is for York, which sounds a bit strange, really. But they've got a bit of a cushion. Should we win, we just go within 2 points of them. Well, they're still in front of us, and we've still got the same number of games to play. So I think it's a bigger game for us than it is for York, and hopefully my players realise that and they make sure that they come ready to play.
After Swinton, where some feel it was a point lost, and after the game you said it were a point gained given the performance, but is the focus now turning that point lost into a very valuable point by backing up with a win?
Yeah, it is. Well, we've got 7 out of 8, haven't we, the last 4 games? We've got 7 out of 8 league points, so that's not a bad record. And up to Swinton, I was delighted with the previous 3 performances. So we need to address the things we did wrong, and I think a lot of them were defensively, and we need to make sure that we're much better defensively against York. We really do, because they play a really quick game. They play a game where they've got good structure and shape, and they ask lots of questions of you. So we've got to be on point defensively in order to give ourselves an opportunity to score enough points to win the game.
After the setbacks at Featherstone and Lee, their sort of heavy defeats away from home against a top 5 contender, we've seen a bit of a response from the team the week after. Are you expecting the same this week?
Yeah, if we play how we've played against Toulouse, Batley and Halifax, I'll be pretty happy. So that's all I want them to do. I want them to get that element of consistency. I thought we dipped a little last week, and I think I made that point, and the players felt that they dipped a bit as well last week. So it's a matter of going back to the standards we've set for the rest of this season, because it's a very, very important game.
Is there any early squad news? I know Ethan Ryan went off injured last week.
Yeah, there's Steve Crossley. We're really having a good look this evening at training, and then the coaching staff will sit down for an hour after training, and that's when we'll finalise the team. So we've got training and the team meeting to do, and then we've got an interesting hour afterwards where we'll be throwing up suggestions to try and come up with a 17 to come away with the points from Bootham Crescent.
With tickets close to selling out, coach travel sold out from the Bradford Bulls shop, looks like some large numbers are going to be following, just like 2018. So hoping for a repeat result and obviously a repeat occasion as well.
Yeah, well, as long as we win, I'm not bothered. If we win 1-0, I'll be delighted. If we win 101-0, I'll be over the moon. But it's the 2 points we're after, and people bigging it up, and rightly so in the media. But it is 2 points. It's 2 points for us. It's 2 points for York. And that's ultimately the end result. And I think what puts it in perspective is perhaps York's game against Batley and our game against Swinton, when I think we've both been expected to come away with the 2 points, but we didn't. So you're playing for the same thing week in, week out, and we're aware of that, but we're obviously aware that it is a special day and it is a very important game, and it will be a great occasion, and hopefully we perform as befits that occasion.